Special good evening to each and everyone here. Mr. Alvin Tang Shang Hu, Minister of State for Trade and Industry and Culture, Community and Youth Affairs, Singapore. Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Minister of State for External Affairs, Government of India. Captain Alok Bansal, Director of All India Foundation, New Delhi. And Sri Ram Madhavji and Sri Ramachandra Rao Garu and Hamsa Demini and beloved participants, esteemed friends from media and the organizers of the prestigious event, and my youngsters from the Asian Indian Youth Summit, who is attending the Asian Youth India Summit, and I'm really very happy to attend this program. I am confident that events like these will help further strengthen the bond between the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, that is ASEAN and the India. Youngsters, as our Honorable Prime Minister says, the can-do spirit among the youth of India is an enduring strength. Indian youth who have changed the world's perception on India being den of darkness to lighthouse of hope. That only the opinion about the Indian youth. Altogether, the youth are with power potential. As our Swami Vivekananda said, everyone is born with potential. So the youth with high potential, when they come in communication, like this Asia-India Youth Summit, as it is mentioned by our Honorable Minister, this communication enhances our strength, enhances our capability, enhances our workforce, and I should say Asian Youth Summit, I can expand in this manner: Asian, ambitious, sincere, effective, efficient, aspirational, new generation. So you all come together with packed powerhouse. You are the packed powerhouse. And when we have communication, we can be the stalwarts, we can be the experts in our country. But when we come and take part in such summits, our communication with our friends and our exchange of ideas with our friends and sharing our experience definitely motivates us, helps us. As a doctor, I can say, communication, there was history about communication psychology. In United States, actually they were providing milk in the bottles. You know that glass bottles. They didn't have any cover, lid. So the sparrows and the birds used to come and drink the milk. So every day when they opened the doors, the half bottles were empty because it was drunk by the birds. So what they thought, they planned a lid. It was only a paper lid. So one group of sparrows came and saw the lids, and they were unable to, they didn't think to open it. And that group, which was dependent on that milk, actually, they didn't get the milk and almost they became extinct. But another group of sparrows, actually they started piercing the cover and they started drinking the milk. Then the psychologist had a discussion saying that that group of sparrows which were unable to open the lid, They were isolated. They don't have the habit of communicating each other. They were living in independent and isolated pattern. Their livelihood is isolated pattern. But this group of sparrows, they communicate with each other, and in their language they communicate that this lid is not strong lid. It is made of paper, so it can be pierced by our beaks. So with the communication, they were successful. So the psychologists say, wherever there is communication, there is successful. There is livelihood. When there is isolation, and if there is any communication, definitely there is no any development. So this is the basic idea, even though it is it can be said as a very simple story. That is the base of communication. That is the beauty of communication. That is the power of communication. And when even in conferences, when we come and share our ideas, definitely it can benefit our development, and definitely we can exemplify in our activities. Particularly this strengthening the Asia-India partnership in the Indo-Pacific. As per stated, objectives of the ASEAN, our friendship and relationship, need to evolve and further strength on the three pillars, that is political security, economic, and social cultural relationship. I am confident that the dialogue, debates, and discussions of the youth at this summit are revolving around on creating and improving the physical, economic, digital, as well as socio-cultural connectivity between the ASEAN and the India, as it is already mentioned by our minister. Youth power. Because demographically, now we can say the population of youth are more. Now they are more powerful. And when some subject is given to them, some area is given to them, they exemplify in their activities. So this youth power, when there is good communication between them, and summits like this definitely can enhance our efficiency. And long back, because 2022, I can say it is almost 30 years of our friendship. And 1,000 years, these Asian countries are interdependent. What all, there is shadow of each and every country with the culture, with the language, and with all the livelihood. There is definitely this interrelationship between our countries. And even the functions, programs, celebrations, definitely there is shadow between our country and the other countries. That is Vasudeva Kudumbakam. And we have proved this in the G20 summit, because we all came together and exchanging our ideas, exchanging our cultural activities, and the great lesson was taught by the COVID. We know that the communication, great communication, I always say this, because of the COVID, we were unable to communicate with each other personally, but we were communicating with each other online. So I used to say, because online have become the lifeline of communication during the pandemic. So the pandemic taught us great lessons. Even during the pandemic, because of our friendship, because of our communication, we had exchange of our ideas, exchange of our protocols, exchange of our medicines, exchange of our vaccines. And I'm really proud that as a doctor, after the COVID, because all of our combined effort, now we have successfully combated the virus. Otherwise, how these type of summits could happen? Before 2 years, we were all isolated. And because of our combined efforts, we could successfully overcome the COVID, so that now we are traveling. Before 2 years, we didn't think that we could travel to other countries. We could have such summits. We could have some meetings. But because of our combined efforts, Definitely, when there was a problem in other country, there was sharing of medicines, oxygenators, vaccines. So these all come out of our friendship, our communication. So the summit, particularly exchange of ideas, and when I was watching your program, they were telling you had cultural programs, you have games, so that your sports and everything in an enjoyable mode, you made it possible so that your come together, achieve together has happened. And I'm really very happy because our Ramadhavji called me for this program, and I had a very tight schedule. I had a very busy schedule, but I always love to talk among the youngsters, because youngsters, when we talk about our ideas and achievements to them, definitely it will be useful, because they are the pillars of the future, and they are the pillars of the nation. And definitely, as it is said, that because I am having the charge of 2 states, when I became the governor of Telangana, why I am telling confidence, the education gives us confidence, and the exchange of ideas gives us confidence. When I became the governor of Telangana, everyone criticized, he's the youngest governor, how she is going to manage the youngest state, newborn state. But I told, I'm a gynecologist, I can manage newborn babies. So this is the newborn state, so I can manage this newborn baby. Then when I was given an additional charge, the critics came forward and told, no, okay, she managed the youngest state, one state, but how she can manage the other state? Then I told, I'm a gynecologist. If singleton is born also, I can manage. If twins also born also, I can manage. That confidence was given to me because of my education, my experience, and I always love to exchange my ideas. We have also, as young politician, I have gone for the contact programs, we have gone to USA, and we have gone to Canada for exchange programs. And because of that exchange programs, we learnt about the political situation in other countries. We learnt about the political challenges in other countries. We learnt about particularly the womanhood. Definitely, when compared to men, because I am a woman, I can say, women face more challenges. So when we visit other countries, when we share our ideas with other women politicians of other countries, when we had contact programs like this, when we went to other countries, so we learned, not only in our country, in the whole world, women are facing the challenges. That message gave us more courage to face the challenges. So when we share our ideas, we used to think, no, we are not the only people suffering. They are also facing such challenges. We think, no, in that country there won't be any problem. For women, there is problem in each and every country. There are some problems. I'm not telling only women, because there are some problems because of physical conditions, because of medical conditions, because of our social conditions, because of our family conditions. We have to face more challenges. So when we share our ideas with others, we know that we have to face the challenges. So we can be more courageous, and we can move forward with our more courageous efforts. So I have to really thank you for inviting me here, and be courageous. And I always say, don't compromise your happiness for anything. Always be happy. When you're happy, only you can achieve great things. Because nowadays challenges are more. Before we didn't have any social media challenges, digital challenges, even though, as our Honorable Minister said, there are digital for constructive ideas, but we have so many challenges facing handling the social media and the technology, because technology is the double-edged sword. It can be harmful to us also. It actually time-consuming. We have to utilize our time in a more positive way. And this social media, particularly the digitalization and the technology, how we are going to face the challenges. As a doctor, I always say, because we used to tell to the patients, when we tell about the diagnosis, before and all, patient used to accept it. But nowadays, they are telling, no, Google is telling something. So, is this your diagnosis? So, now we have to compete with Google also. So, this is all the challenges. Not easy, because as the world is advancing, as the social relationship is more widened, we have to face more challenges also. So, with these communication summits like this, makes us to understand the problems. They makes us to understand the challenges. So, sharing our ideas will help us to proceed in a more positive way. And I'm really very happy that I could attend this program, and this partnership for the 21st century, the shared culture ethos and the people and to the people ties. I'm sure that there will be an Asian India Youth Network that continuously take our relations to new heights and work for the welfare and development of the people in all our countries. I call upon you to discuss about the climate change, as it is already mentioned, and I am sure that youth will take lead in this direction. Let us all resolve to strengthen our bond and ensure a safer, secure, sustainable, peaceful, and prosperous world for our future generations. I appreciate the organizing committee for this excellent summit, and congratulate the participants on getting such a great experiential experience learning in the Indian context. I wish you all a great success in all your future endeavors in creating a more positive world. That is the note which was given to me, but I am really very happy. Be positive, be courageous, move forward and exemplify in your work, and be an extraordinary person. We have not born to be an ordinary person. We have born to be an extraordinary person, because move forward, refine yourself every day. If you could do a work today for 5 minutes, please refine yourself so in 3 minutes you can do that work. So refine yourself. Read more. Read more autobiographies. Read more autobiographies of different countries' leaders, because reading gives us strength. So relationship gives us strength, communication gives us strength, reading gives us strength. All together, summits like this gives us super strength. So our hours and days should not be productive. It should be super productive. Thank you so much.